What's up, y'all? I'm your girl, the Binge and B. What you watching on TV? Okay, y'all. So we back for another season of Big Brother. Now, you may be saying, Big Brother? I don't see any Big Brother video reviews on your channel. And to that, I would say you are accurate. Because I think I started this channel probably after the previous season of Big Brother. But it don't matter. Okay, I'm a Big Brother connoisseur. I'm acquainted with all the all stars and all the things because I've been watching Big Brother now, y'all, for 20 years. Okay, 20 years, maybe a little longer than that. I started watching Big Brother back in season 6 with King Kesar back in the day. Right. So if you've been watching Big Brother for a while, you know who that is. If you haven't been watching it that long, then you don't. But it don't matter. This shit been on forever. It's done raised generations of babies by now. But I'm excited because last night the newest season started, right? So we had Big Brother. This is season 28. So BB28 is in full effect. And so I had to watch the premiere. I'm on the premiere, and I'm going to challenge myself to review each and every episode. Now I think I can do it. Couldn't do it with Love Island because it come on every day, but they're gonna be doing Big Brother, I think, like 3 times a week, right? So we gonna talk about it. All right, so this episode opens up. Julie Chen Moonves is in the house. Shout out Julie Chen Moonves. She repping for her man. I see you. Anyway, she starts out in the house and she introduces this season's theme, right? So if you are Big Brother alumni, you know each season had like a theme to it, right? So this season they doing time travel. Okay, so she goes into the house, and so she reveals like this season's gonna be the time travel or whatever. And then we get into introducing the house guests. The way they did it this season is they introduced the house guests by gender, right? So we have all 7 girls come out first, then we have all 7 boys come out first. So here are the girls. We got Ashley. Ashley is 24. She from Chicago. She a bartender. I ain't have no real judgments or assessments of her just yet, but she's there. Then we got Miss Latrice. Latrice is 57 years old. She is a sales representative. She from Maplewood, New Jersey. And when I tell y'all Miss Latrice is bad, now this is a badass 57. This girl is she working out. She says she like to work. She entrepreneur. She do her little work shit. But her pastime is working out, and it shows. She got abs and she's doing her little squats and shit. So I have to say that I'm rooting for her as we begin the season, just based on that alone. Then we have Lyric, who's 23. She's an influencer, a Honolulu. I mean, she's a dancer from Honolulu, and then I believe she is an attorney. That is very impressive. She's 23 years old, so I don't know. I know she said she passed the bar. I guess she's practicing as a lawyer, but 23 is very, very young for that. So that's impressive, but she's there. She's cute. I was just really impressed with her being a lawyer that early. Then we have Miss Melody. Melody is 24 and she's a game show host. She's a game show host from Phoenix, Arizona. I have so many questions, but I don't really have a fair assessment or no opinions on her just yet. Then we got Haley. Haley is a softball player. Okay, so Haley is a softball player from Wildwood, Michigan. Haley look real strong. I don't know how I feel about Haley just yet. I think I like her though, but she gives me like Xena Warrior Princess vibes. Maybe not that strong, but I don't know. I think the dudes is gonna be scared of her. Then we have Miss Taylor. Let's see. Then we have Miss Taylor. Taylor is 27. She's from Deerfield, Michigan, and she is a school counselor. She's real cute or whatever. No real opinions of her just yet. We're gonna get some time. And then last for the girls, we got Miss Mallory. Mallory is she a rocket scientist. She is an actual, like a real rocket scientist. But she don't look the part. And so I like her too. She strikes me as she did I like her too. She strikes me as somebody that they're gonna probably severely underestimate. And I typically root for the people that, that everybody underestimates. So Mallory going into it, she probably gonna be that person. Okay, then we get to the dudes. Now the dudes is up in here. So we got Camus. He's from Hawaii, I think originally. I don't think that's where he said he lived. Now I was very distracted by Camus and his tattoos, his spectacular tattoos and stuff. Camus is very tatted up. He got that tribal art shit going on. He's a UFC fighter too, by the way. I will say, obviously, you can probably tell aesthetically, I'm very pleased with Camus. But I don't know that he gonna make it a long time because he kind of scary looking a little bit. Now we the only ones that know he's a UFC fighter, so I don't know that that's gonna impact him in the house if he decides to reveal it or not. But he look a little. devoid of emotion or something. Then we got Drew, who was 22, from Temecula, California. I think he said he a dental surgeon. I'm wondering now, because I took my little notes or whatever. I'm thinking I heard him wrong. I may have to rewatch that, or maybe when they sit down and do their official introductions to everybody in the house, he may repeat it. But I think he said he a dental surgeon. Then we got Jason. Jason is 35 from LA. Jason is a drag queen, and apparently Jason was on one of the seasons of Drag Race. Now I don't really watch Drag Race. I think I watched it one time, maybe two times, 5 million seasons ago when it first dropped, and I just haven't really. I don't know all the cast members and all that, but apparently Jason was on one of the Drag Race seasons, and he's up in the house now. I will say Jason is already kind of turning into one of my favorites. I think he is so adorable and just crazy and cute, just like the girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I'm gonna like Jason. Okay, then we got Rome. Rome is 28 from Florida. Rome is a pickleball coach. Pickleball. So basically, I guess what we take from him is that he's like super athletic or whatever. And I think he real cute or something. He said that the ladies he be coaching playing pickleball, they be flirting with him, and he just be flirting back so that they will continue to take his pickleball classes. Rome is cute. He is cute. But I think it bothered me because he know he cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, that might bode for some issues in the future, but we gonna see. Barrett. Now I like Barrett. Barrett is from ATX, Austin, Texas. Barrett is a million fucking feet tall. No, I'm just playing, y'all. He like 6'6". He is really big. But what's interesting is, like, if you look at him, when you just see him by himself, he don't look like a tall guy, but he is super massive. And he is a Jumbotron technician, which is so random, I guess. I mean, even with the weird shit in life, clearly somebody got to do the jobs. And that's just not a job that I would ever know to exist. But it must exist because motherfuckers be using Jumbotrons, and Barrett is the one that be operating them. So I kind of like him too. I think he's an outlier. He's kind of on the whole geeky, weird, underestimated type of vibe or whatever. So I was feeling buried. Then we got Chuck. Chuck is a Nigerian cowboy. He is from Dallas, Texas. I think they flashed Rockwall on his little thing, his little intro thing. He is a sales analyst. Now I feel so bad. I probably should be saying that I'm rooting for Chuck. I don't know yet. I'm gonna have to observe him a little bit longer. It's something about Chuck and his line dancing with these boots and his cowboy hat that's just very off-putting to me. I don't mean to be an asshole. I'm not trying to be, but it's just something about that aesthetic for him that I'm just not really feeling. But I mean, if that's who he is, then that's who he is. But the jury out on him too for right now. And then last we got Yash. Yash is a 24-year-old and he is from New Jersey. I don't think I heard what he do, but I know it's something to the effect of him sitting around talking on the phone all day. But I think it's like, it sounds like he make money. Some kind of analyst. I don't know if he in cryptocurrency. I don't know what he do. He look like he make a little change though. Fun fact, I learned that there was another player supposed to be playing who Yash actually replaced. So this dude named Levi Banks was supposed to be coming on. And so I guess like right before the show was set to come on, or I don't know if they had traveled or whatever, but he decided for his mental health that he don't think he was a good fit. So he ended up quitting, and then that's how Yash got on. You talk about divine intervention. I bet Yash was like, what? But yeah, and he said that they said in Entertainment Weekly that he had got online and gave a reason for not going in the house. I guess his reason was his mental health, which don't really feel like a reason to me. But whatever, we'll take it because we ain't mad Yash is there. I probably would rather be looking at Yash than looking at Levi. Just no shade. I'm just saying. So, Julie do the whole introduction thing and then she let them in 4-5 at a time. Everybody go in and getting acquainted. So a couple of things that I noticed was that Ashley, the bartender, she really like Rome, which is the dude that know he cute. Now when Barrett get in there and he see Ashley, he's like, yeah, he's liking Ashley. So he's cutting for her, she's cutting for Rome. And then we notice Mallory and Jason click up automatically, which seems, that's interesting that they would be the two that would click up, because I know when I first saw both of them, I was like, okay, these is both gonna be our underestimate. They're gonna be our underdogs of the season for sure. But then they linked up. Melanie is not feeling Drew. She think he talked too much. And you know what? I kind of agree with her. Drew was giving me, what's that dude named Hooch? What season was Hooch on there with Tucker and them? I can't remember what season Hooch was on. But I remember this dude named Hooch that was in there, the dude with the pretty eyes or whatever. And he was like the boss man. Like, I think he thought he was the boss. And like, I guess because he had like this weird baby mobster, East Coast, New York accent shit going on. Everybody else was just kind of like, yeah, Hooch is the man. But he ended up getting his ass kicked up out of there I think the first eviction, his ass was gone. That's who Drew reminds me of. Now, hopefully, he's a little bit different. I was not a fan of Hooch. I wasn't really opposed to him. Really, honestly, we didn't get a chance to observe him long enough to not like him, so I can't say it's that. But Drew reminds me of Hooch, so I honestly won't be shocked to see him leave at all. So everybody get a chance to run around the house, and they looking around and stuff, and they kind of observe, and they pick like their little areas, their little sleeping quarters. And so then Julie come in, and she gives the whole expect the unexpected speech, right? And so typically when they come in, the first thing we do is we have a competition to determine who the first head of household is going to be. So the head of household, for those who don't know, is the one motherfucker to get to call the shots for that week, right? They get to nominate folks. I think they get to designate like the haves and the have-nots, or the something, I don't know. Anyway, in this case, we're not gonna have that competition. It turns out that all the people that's in the house, they not the only ones that's gonna compete, y'all. So we got them 14, but then Julie let us know that we're gonna have 3 more people coming in. And so the 14, they get to do a competition, and their competition will be done in groups of 4. Now, what they fighting for instead of head of household is they fighting for immunity, right? So you got 3 groups of 4 motherfuckers. Now, whichever person win out of that 4 that go in is gonna have immunity for the week, which means they cannot be evicted on this upcoming eviction that's gonna happen next week. Right? I hope I'm explaining that. Did that make sense? Yeah, Now, it's 14 of them, but only 12 of them get to play. That's how we gonna get to that real neat number of the 4 times 3, right? The 12 players. So they have a competition where they actually running through the house. They have to find these vials. Oh my God, I forgot to mention Enzo. So the first competition for them is introduced by Enzo. So Enzo is a Big Brother alumni. He's, he throwback. He an all-star. They used to call him the Meow Meow on his season. So he gets to come in. He's with the Meow Meow Enterprises, and basically he explained to them the whole concept of the season is time travel and all that kind of stuff. So in order for them to reduce the 14 down to the 12, they have a competition where they got to run through the house and find these vials. And the vials got little equations on them. And the equation has to equal out to the number that's listed on his shirt. So they got to go find a picture of him on his shirt. He wearing his little rocket scientist outfit or whatever. They find the number. We determine the number is 28. They got to run through the house and find vials with the number that equal out to 28. So everybody running through the house, they come through. Now, the only 2 people that did not get the correct vial or vial at all were Barrett and Ashley. They look a little disappointed. I think Ashley really was disappointed. She actually had found like 2 or 3 of them and brought them back, and they was red. I was like, girl, why you didn't just look at the other vials that was on the thing and add them together and be like, oh, 28 is the number I need. I hope Ashley keep mixing drinks. That's all I'm gonna say about her. In any case, Ashley and Barrett are not able to play, so they chilling in the living room. So they break everybody up into the 3 groups of 4. Okay, so now remember I mentioned that it's gonna be 3 more people coming in. So the 3 people coming in are very specific. These are supposed to be reality star icons. So the groups have to go back and retrieve the reality show icons from the past, right? The first competition is from July the 9th, 1988. So they sit down at the little living room table with the turntables and the with the time on there and all that shit, and they end up going back to this date. So they end up going back. I probably should have listed who all played in each competition. I did not do that. What I did document was who won each competition. So the competition for July 9th, 1988 was a little snotty, brat nose, foul mouth little girl who was 14 at the time, working in the mall. So she played she was their supervisor and their manager, and they had to balance some shit on these beams. And the first person to balance their stuff on the beams and the shit sit there for 10 seconds, they was the ones that won the competition. So Rome is the first winner. He wins the first little throwback competition. Now the second competition, we got 4 more folks, they go in there. And so their competition is that they got to take 2 planks and go across a river. Now I have got to say, don't know who designed these games on Big Brother, but they are stepping their shit up. Do you hear me? When I saw that river game, I panicked a little bit on the inside for the people. I was like, God damn, that looked complicated. And I guess it was because 2 of them couldn't even get across. They couldn't get past 2 or 3 steps. But it was really close between Taylor and Devins ended up pulling out that win. So Devins ended up getting the immunity in that challenge. And then the last competition was where they had to go in there. So they were sending four more people. They had to listen to the names of drinking games. They had a drinking game where they had to list the drink names. So it was that, like, which name did they say more and all that. Anyway, Jason ended up winning this one. So after they complete each competition, they reveal who the icon is that's coming in based on that game. So the first one was Miss Angela. That's right. Miss Charcuterie board ass Angela, the one that laid in the living room and cried on the floor when that girl was eating her ham and her turkeys and her cheeses and shit. Miss Angela is back. I'm not gonna lie. I like Angela. I think she's funny as hell. She just really cracked me up, but she is a motherfucking basket case. I hope she get her shit together this season because she was very paranoid and overreactive on her season where she was in there with Tucker and all that. I wish they would have brought back Tucker. Oh, I would love to see Tucker play Big Brother all the way through. He went home way too early. But anyway, Angela was initially on that season with them, and so she's back. So I'm okay with seeing her come back in. The second competition was some dude from Survivor. Now, I fuck with Big Brother real tough, but I ain't never really been one that's into like the Survivors and the Amazing Races and all of them. So when you're talking about the stars, and they're crossing paths and going to different states, I don't know this dude. I think his name is, what's his name? His name is Devins. Oh my God. I got that wrong. So Chuck was the one that won the competition. It was between Taylor and Chuck, who won the second one. I said Devins won. No, Devins is the guy that came back, and apparently he is alumni from Survivor. So everybody there seemed to have recognized him. I have never seen this motherfucker a day in my life, but he was in there. According to the second competition, the last competition that they win. Oh my God, Rachel. Rachel came in there. Oh, I was so disappointed. My heart dropped when I seen Rachel in that fire red ass hair. Now, here's the thing with Rachel. Rachel, I think, is interesting and good for TV in 2008, right? I am so over Rachel and all of her returning. And quite frankly, I don't think it was fair for her to return this soon. She was just on last season with Keanu and them. Like, why would she be back this soon, right? So my heart dropped when I seen Rachel coming back in the house, but I was feeling better real soon, and we're gonna get there in just a second. All right, so now we got the icons and they back up in there. And so now remember, the other folks, they can't play for HOH. They is out of it, they're not gonna be able to do it, but we got our three safe people. So we know now Chuck can't be eliminated, or Chuck can't be evicted. We know Rome can't be evicted, and we know Jason can't be evicted. Okay, so we know that. Now, the icons come back in. Now, remember, the other folks, they couldn't play for HOH, but the icons get to play. So now you're going to have three people playing for the HOH. That's going to be Angela, Devins, and Rachel. Now, they get transported back to 173 million BC for this competition. Because remember, we're on the time thing, y'all. It's the time thing. So everybody get their little clothes on. They get their little caveman clothes on. They go out to the backyard. And so Julie go down the line, and she asks everybody, the HOA. I mean, she asked the vets how they feel about being there, and just like, oh, I'm so happy to be back. And Devin is like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm happy to be here. And then she asked Rachel. Rachel's like, oh, well, I'm happy to be back, but y'all should know that I'm the queen, and the queen is here to stay. And I mean, she just goes on and she goes on, and she is so fucking obnoxious. She just go on and on and on. Luckily for us, a velociraptor enters the backyard to where they're getting ready to play their competition. Now, let me give y'all some backstory. So, first off, when they go into the backyard, I already told you they got the caveman clothes on, but everybody's lined up and they got this big ass volcano set up in the backyard, right? So, you got the volcano, the little lava running down or whatever. It's very, very elaborate. So Angela say her piece, Devin say her piece, and then we get to Rachel, who gets to say her piece. Well, as she's saying her piece, a velociraptor emerges from the trees that's alongside the yard. He come over there and he set his sight on Rachel. So the velociraptor backs her ass all the way up on the side of the volcano, and Rachel falls into the volcano. Oh, I was so happy. I was so happy. I was like, there is no way that she playing this whole season. It's not fair. And so, I'm not happy motherfuckers get tossed into volcanoes and shit. But what that means is it was a twist that they was throwing in. And so she won't actually be playing the season. So thank you, God. Now, this is where it get a little interesting because I wasn't real sure of what to make of this, right? So then Julie, she like, oh no, Rachel is fell into the volcano. She has met her demise. Oh no. And then Julie Chen goes inside the house and she sits down at the table at the little time machine and she go back to December the 20th of 2023. Now, mind you, Julie Chen goes back to December the 20th of 2023, and they said it's gonna be another icon. So I'm like, oh shit. Is Julie Chen finna be in the Big Brother house playing the Big Brother game with the people? I don't think that's what they're gonna do. I don't think that's how they're gonna do that, but that would be dope. I mean, would it really be dope? It would not be fair if Julie Chen won the $750,000 because she done made probably that times 5 million in all of her years of hosting the show. And then don't she own a piece of CBS because of her husband, Mr. Moonves and shit? Like, I don't think that she's gonna play the season. I think it would be dope if she would, though. I really like Julie Chen. I think Julie Chen got a little secret gangster in her. You know what I'm saying? So I think it would be entertaining to see her in there and like interacting with the people like on a daily basis. I don't know logistically how that would pan out or how that shit would work, but I'm here for it if they're gonna give it a try. But let me tell y'all this though, because I am nosy and I was like, December the 20th, 2023, I decided to look that date up in relation to the Big Brother, right? And what I found was December 20th of 2023 is when they started Big Brother Reindeer Games, right? So Big Brother Reindeer Games was one of these little spin-off side Big Brother competition shows that they had on there. And Nicole Franzel was the winner of that competition. Now I have to say, I really hope Nicole is not coming back with her whiny ass voice. And I think wasn't she on a couple seasons ago? I know she won a couple times, but she won like once or twice. I don't know how many times she won, but she has got the most annoying. Oh my god, I cannot stand listening to that girl in her confessionals and that whiny shit she be doing. I really hope it's not her. But that's really the best clue I could come to. Now, mind you, there were some more cast members on that season, so it could be one of the other players. I forgot who the other players were. So I don't know, y'all. We gonna see. Now they supposed to have Big Brother Unlocked is supposed to come on tonight, Friday, which is when I'm recording this. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it or not. I probably will because they did say that they were going to reveal who the other icon is gonna be. I really hope it's not Nicole Franzel. I think the world done had enough of Nicole Franzel. I really wish they would bring Brittany back. Brittany, her little smart ass mouth, she was very funny. Although that might not be fair because she done been back a few times too. I hope Tucker come back. But I don't know what Tucker would have to do with December the 20th of 2023. That was well beyond. Wait a minute, was that before his 24 was when he and Angela were on. I don't know. We're gonna find out. And when I find out, y'all gonna find out. Okay. So Big Brother's in full effect. I am super crunk. I'm crunk about this shit like I be crunk about the baddies, and y'all gonna see it. So that's all I got to say about that shit, y'all. I'm your girl, the Binge and B. I'm gonna go find me something else to watch on TV. Bye.